January 2025 has earned a startling distinction in climatological history. Despite La Niña's cooling influence, this past January was the hottest on record globally. This milestone underscores the relentless grip of climate change. January 2025 surpassed the previous record by 0.09 degrees Celsius. This small difference represents a significant leap in global climate. The implications are far-reaching and demand immediate attention. This warming trend persists even with La Niña, amplifying the urgency. As we continue to emit greenhouse gases, we are turning up the planet's thermostat. The consequences threaten our planet's ecosystems and future generations. The Paris Agreement, a landmark international accord aimed at curbing climate change, established the goal of limiting global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, with efforts to limit the increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius. This ambitious target was set based on scientific consensus that exceeding 1.5 degrees of warming would result in significantly more severe and irreversible impacts of climate change. These impacts include more frequent and intense heat waves, droughts, floods, sea level rise, and the loss of biodiversity. The fact that global temperatures have now consistently surpassed the 1.5 degrees threshold for a prolonged period is a clear indication that we are not on track to meet the Paris Agreement goals. The consequences of this failure are already being felt around the world, with more extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and disruptions to ecosystems. This trend underscores the urgent need for immediate and ambitious action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and mitigate the worst effects of climate change. The 1.5 degrees threshold is not just a number. It represents a critical tipping point for the planet's climate system. Beyond this point, the risks of triggering irreversible and catastrophic changes increase significantly. These changes include the melting of polar ice sheets, which would lead to significant sea level rise, and the disruption of major ocean currents, which could have devastating consequences for global weather patterns. The repeated breaching of the 1.5 degrees limit serves as a stark wake-up call for governments, businesses, and individuals alike. We can no longer afford to delay action on climate change. We must transition away from fossil fuels, invest in renewable energy sources, and implement sustainable practices in all aspects of our lives. The future of our planet depends on it. The unprecedented warming trend observed in recent years is unequivocally linked to human activities, primarily the burning of fossil fuels. This burning releases massive amounts of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide into the atmosphere. These gases act like a blanket around the Earth, trapping heat from the sun and causing the planet to warm. This phenomenon, known as the greenhouse effect, is essential for life on Earth, but the excessive accumulation of greenhouse gases due to human activities is leading to an enhanced greenhouse effect, driving global temperatures to dangerous levels. The role of oceans in this warming trend cannot be overstated. Oceans act as massive carbon sinks, absorbing a significant portion of the excess carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere. However, this absorption comes at a cost. As oceans absorb more carbon dioxide, they become more acidic, posing a serious threat to marine life, particularly coral reefs and shellfish. Moreover, the increased heat absorbed by oceans contributes to rising sea levels through thermal expansion and the melting of glaciers and ice sheets. The interplay between greenhouse gas emissions and rising ocean temperatures creates a vicious cycle of warming. As the planet warms, oceans absorb more heat, leading to further warming and more extreme weather events. This cycle underscores the interconnectedness of Earth's climate system and highlights the need for a comprehensive and coordinated global response to address the complex challenge of climate change. Reducing greenhouse gas emissions through a transition to renewable energy sources, energy efficiency, and sustainable land management practices is crucial to breaking this cycle. Additionally, investing in research and development of carbon capture and storage technologies could provide a means of removing excess carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, helping to mitigate the worst effects of climate change. La Niña, a climate pattern characterized by cooler-than-average sea surface temperatures in the central and eastern equatorial Pacific Ocean, typically exerts a cooling influence on global temperatures. This cooling effect arises from the altered atmospheric circulation patterns associated with La Niña, which tend to suppress the rise of warm air from the tropics and enhance the flow of cooler air from higher latitudes. As a result, La Niña events often lead to temporary dips in global average temperatures, providing a brief respite from the relentless upward trend driven by human-caused climate change. However, it is crucial to recognize that La Niña's cooling influence is temporary and does not alter the fundamental trajectory of global warming. The record-breaking warmth of January 2025, despite the presence of La Niña, serves as a stark reminder that the underlying drivers of climate change, primarily greenhouse gas emissions from human activities, continue to exert a dominant influence on our planet's climate system. While La Niña can temporarily mask the full extent of global warming, it does not negate the urgency of addressing the root causes of this crisis. The interplay between La Niña and global warming highlights the complex and often unpredictable nature of Earth's climate system. While climate models can provide valuable insights into long-term trends and potential scenarios, accurately predicting the precise timing and magnitude of short-term climate fluctuations, such as those associated with La Niña and its counterpart El Niño, remains a significant challenge. The fact that global temperatures continue to reach record highs even during La Niña events underscores the critical importance of implementing ambitious climate action measures. We cannot afford to rely on temporary natural variations in climate to offset the impacts of human-caused warming. Instead, we must prioritize a rapid transition to a low-carbon economy, invest in climate resilience, and adapt to the unavoidable changes that are already underway.